What is going on, guys, and welcome back to a brand new video on F1 2020. This week we are at Bahrain for the second round of the Formula 1 season. We are doing alright. Finished, I can't remember, 15th I believe from last episode. As you see here, we are getting some upgrades to the car. We go for the aerodynamics. FP1 finishing last, as expected. I mean, the pace just wasn't there this weekend, and qualifying, the pace wasn't there, so I ignored the qualifying and let's get straight into
We're
the
here
race.
again then at a circuit famous for its stunning visuals and thrilling battles for glory. Who will take the spotlight in the Bahrain Grand Prix today? There's no shortage of passing opportunities around the 3.36 miles of the Bahrain International Circuit, with the best at turn 1 of course, and then another soon into turn 4. 15 corners here, 6 to the left and 9 to the right, and we could see 1 or 2 flat spots into the tight left-hander of turn 10. And as always, a man with plenty of racing experience joins me in the commentary box. Today it's Anthony Davidson. Tell me, Ant, you're no stranger to surviving the melee of turn 1. So how do you keep out of trouble when there's so much going on around you?
There are 3 main things to worry about there, Crofty: positioning, awareness and discipline. First, you have to put your car in a bit of space and make sure you have room to react to what the others are doing. Then you have to watch your mirrors and listen to the sounds around you to get a sense of where everyone is. And finally, just don't get too greedy. Just because a gap exists doesn't always mean you should go for it.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and it's Valtteri Bottas that completes the front row. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Vettel, Leclerc, Max Verstappen and Albon, Norris, Ricciardo, Ocon and Sergio Perez, Sainz, Giovinazzi, Daniel Kvyat and Gasly, Raikkonen, Grosjean, Kevin Magnussen and Lance Stroll, Correa, Russell, Latifi and the owner-driver rounds off the grid. Now, it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
So it looks as though it's going to be a one-stop. We're starting on medium tyres. As the lights go, 5 lights and away we go. Good start here. There's not much wheel spin, but we get a much better start than Australia, as we are still at the back of the grid though. But we make a full send down the inside of Perez, and we just go 3 wide, bashing tyres to tyre, but no damage so far. A little bit of a check up from Stroll, but as you can see, they're going side by side, Magnussen, as we defend down the inside, looking for the move around the outside Russell, but we do fend him off as we get a big snap of oversteer. But it's once again Magnussen and Stroll going side by side, but Magnussen has to give up as he goes around the outside. But we then send it down Magnussen's inside, sudden move, but he keeps it around the outside, and we make the move stick. What a great start we have there, and we get a big snap oversteer again. After that hectic start, the race started to calm down a little bit. Still a little bit of a train, but you can see we're losing time to Stroll already on the exit. But later on, lap 2, we're still behind Stroll within 2 tenths now actually, as we look to go down the inside. No, we get a poor exit, but we do enable the overtake buttons. It gives us a great toe as Stroll looking to make the move in Grosjean, sends it down the inside into turn 1. Is he going to make it stick? Still there on the inside. Grosjean still around the outside, does well, but has to give up the position. So now Grosjean's exit has been compromised. So we try to take advantage now, getting the DRS now as it's enabled lap 3. Stick it into overtake as we get nice and close, locking up the front right, but we don't make a move on him just yet. Lap 4 now, still within DRS range as we come down the straight. Grosjean not in DRS range as he's now vulnerable as we stick it into overtake, and DRS looking to make the move down where we're going to go. We're down the outside. We are down to turn 1, but not quite close enough. We get a little bit compromised on the exit. Grosjean gets a good exit, but he still hasn't got DRS. As we stick DRS and overtake back on, as we look to make a move into turn 3. Oh, it's a late move, but we made it stick. I had to react proper quick there, as Grosjean was really early on the brakes, and we almost went into the back of him. Let's have another look at that again, shall we? You see, we make a last second adjustment, as we might have clipped him, but we got no damage whatsoever. Now, started to settle down into the race as the leaders now making their pit stop. It looks as though they are going for, well, some of them going, Vettel especially going onto the soft, so is Hamilton, so they are going for a 2-stop strategy, as we just try and stick with Hamilton here to try and get the DRS, get a bit of a gap to Grosjean, who's behind, who's now been overtaken by Vettel, so this is good. Get a bit of a gap to Grosjean. We are planning to pit lap 13, so we've just got to try and make the tyres last, as we are going for the 1 stop. So now on lap 13, we've opened the gap up to 3 seconds to Grosjean, due to us getting through the back, through the leaders as Leclerc gets past us, and gaining massively onto Verstappen. This is the lap now. We're going to the pits. The pit window is open. Not the greatest first and second sector, but still just maintaining the gap to Grosjean, not overdoing the car, not pushing it too hard as we enter the pit, locking up the front tyres, but that doesn't really matter as they are coming off. So Gasly, Stroll, Albon all going through. They're of course only on the 1 stop earlier in the race. They stopped earlier because they were on the soft tyres. As we make a good stop with 2.2 seconds, very quick, which gives us a good gap to Grosjean as we do exit out into nice clean air. 5 seconds to Raikkonen. See if we can chase him down now. So moving on to lap 17, as we are gaining on Raikkonen now. We've put 2 seconds to him, but it looks as though Daniel Kvyat is out of the race. It looks as though it's an engine problem as he pulls over to the right hand side of the road, and it's a virtual safety car. So this is good. Save the tyres, put it into lean mix. You can see we've got plenty of fuel. I didn't even realise that we had so much fuel, because we are so fixated on the race that the fuel was on the standard and it was just gaining. So next race in Vietnam, I believe, we need to underload the car massively, as we have got plenty of fuel to last us the race. So the virtual safety car ended, nothing really happened then, and we're now going on to our final lap. As you can see, Ocon 1.5 seconds behind us. He's been gaining on us through the previous laps as Perez and Ocon were battling, but Ocon's coming out on top and he's now gaining on us quite rapidly, and I believe he pitted later on, so he's on some fresher tyres, but now within DRS range, so we are now vulnerable to him as we come through the quick S's, I believe, as we are still 5 seconds behind Norris, so we're not going to get P12. It's just about hanging on to P13 now, as Ocon still gaining on us 2 tenths every corner, as this is now vulnerable section, as we do get a bad exit, but we are able to keep it as the fireworks go off in the background, and Lewis Hamilton wins the race, once again extending his lead in the championship. But the race isn't over for us. 3 tenths behind is Ocon, 4 tenths now, as we get a good exit through the fast right hand corner. It's 2 corners left. We get a good exit here as we are, oh no, big snap of oversteer, putting overtake on. 5 tenths. It looks as though we are going to be able to hold it for Ocon for P13. This is our best finish this season. As we come to the line, Ocon not going to be able to do it, and we finish P13. Sorry. A really solid race, as I believe it's Lance Stroll who gets driver of the day. I believe he finished P9, I believe. But earlier on we were fighting with him, and it's Mercedes once again to extend the lead.
What do you think it was, Hans, that gave them the edge over the competition today?
Well, they certainly stood out as a driver with tons of confidence on the track. I think their ability to keep their cool, even during some of the more hectic parts of the race, meant they were able to capitalise on the mistakes of other drivers, giving them the opportunity to make their way to the top spot with ease.
After an excellent performance at the Grand Prix, I'm sure there'll be plenty of celebrations tonight amongst the Mercedes team, and they certainly deserve it. Let's see what effect this result has had on the drivers' standings. It's a great result for Lewis Hamilton.
So as you can see there with the final standings, P13, 1-2 for Mercedes-Benz. Lewis Hamilton now
Well, on Stroll would be my pick. He managed to keep a cool head today whilst pushing through the field.
If Ferrari get their act together, they could bring this back.
To extend their
As you
lead.
can see,
Another team that will be satisfied
Carrera
with this
finishing P19, not the best result, but he didn't lose out on any places from qualifying.
That was certainly
So
an incredible
overall,
weekend
a
of
good race
racing.
from him,
Be sure to
but
join
we're
myself and
expecting
Ant
a bit
for
better.
more racing.
So that's it for you guys. Good race overall. Not much really happened. You see the star once again. There's sparks flying everywhere. Yeah, just overall a solid race. No real big issues with anybody. Just trying to hold the gap to like the likes of the Hasses, and finally Ocon at the end. But we managed to make it stick. So thank you guys once again for tuning in. If you guys enjoyed the video, please feel free to hit that like button, and if you haven't already, subscribe. Tell me, guys, what you think I should improve on. I know personally my commentary isn't that great. It's something I'm trying to improve upon. It's only like the third episode in total which I've done, so it's still something I'm trying to get used to. You know, I've been watching the likes of like Tia Marduk and Arifa, and you know they've had lots of experience, so it's very hard for me to try and do this. But you know that's what we do. We live and we learn. We try to develop as a group, and through your feedback, it can help me. So, like I said, like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next race. See ya.